Eurogroup for Animals is a pan-European animal advocacy organization. And this evening I represent them and our members L214, L2014, the authors of these investigations. Well, what we can comment on these videos, there are several severe breaches of animal welfare regulations, protection of animals at slaughters, both European regulation and also French legislation. What I heard is that this is from the owner of the abattoir, is that probably it was just those two employees in 20% of the time. Well, this is difficult to believe because, as you rightly said, this is already the third investigation in 6 months that is done in France. And we have several other examples from the rest of Europe that occurred in 2015, from Italy, from Austria, from the UK, showing that these episodes are far from occasional.
And this is done, why are the animals being treated so cruelly in these slaughterhouses?
Well, I will go into some details without going too technical. There are several problems. If we concentrate on this specific episode and these specific images, there are several problems that can be evidenced. The high speed of the slaughter chain for certain is one element that makes it difficult to respect all provisions for animal welfare. But certainly these operators are not skilled enough. They don't know how to properly do what they are doing. This is another problem.
Is it realistic in today's? Is it realistic, Elena, in today's economy? People, they want low prices for their meat products, to humanely slaughter cattle and sheep and the such and poultry, humanely slaughter them without driving the prices up too much?
Well, you can't have it both. Our position is that we should eat less meat, and we should be able to treat the animals humanely from beginning to the end. This is our position. You cannot have cheap meat in large quantity and believe that it can be produced humanely.
And is it possible to slaughter animals humanely?
It's a very difficult question because basically animals don't want to die. No one wants to die. There are methods to make the slaughter process, let's say, as least stressful as possible and least painful as possible. But no, humane slaughter basically does not exist.
The French agriculture minister has pledged to have inspections at all slaughterhouses in France within the next couple of months. What do you think is going to come of that?
Well, how can I say? It's not the first time, I guess, that these inspections are announced. But what, of course, we would like to see is follow-up actions. What the videos, the images we have seen show is that the European regulation is being completely disrespected. So at least having an enforcement, a proper enforcement, would be a first step. And of course, several of our members also call for having cameras in slaughterhouses. This can help monitoring the process, can help correct what is wrong, but only if a feedback system is in place to check that improvements are being carried out.
Elena, one final question for you. The group that's been filming these is called L214, which is a name that refers to a legal clause here in France that animals are sentient beings. What does that mean?
Well, the definition of sentience is complicated, but basically what it boils down to is that these are creatures that are capable of having feelings, so experiencing fear, pain, distress, and should be then treated as such and respected as such. And this is not only an article of the French law, but it is also an important article of the Treaty of the Functioning of the European Union, and namely Article 13. So it's a principle that the whole Europe should respect in practice.